Hello and welcome to the American Sim Racing League live at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. I'm having a few technical difficulties I'm working through, but we're going to get it straightened out here real quickly and get the race back to you. I think I might have disconnected from the server, so I'm going to go ahead and try to fix that real fast. There's technical difficulties with the connection, so I did a couple of changes, and we're going to see if that works for us. Then we'll get it back live before we go green flag racing here. So we'll try this one more time. Looks like everything's cleaning into green. So we just got to re-enter the iRacing session here. Yeah, it looks like that's going to fight us a little bit, so we're going to close that out and try it all again. Well, that's not good. It's telling us we have joined this session and we haven't. So I'm going to have to go in here and manually shut iRacing down. I think it might have been an iRacing issue from the beginning here. We'll see if this works. Well, that's not good. We're clean and green, but, well, that's the wrong button, too. We're going to get it figured out. I'm green on my OBS, but we're going to try going through the iRacing the other way right here. I just don't know what is going on. Okay, we're going to clear that out. It's saying an iRacing service is unavailable. I've never seen that message before. And it's showing the downtime is for a different time. So what in the world is going on here? We're going to close that out, saying an iRacing service is unavailable. We're going to mute our chat out on YouTube. I guess you could say I broke it. If you're tuned in, I broke the stream. What's it telling me to download the software? Oofta, I really broke it. All right, I'm going to have to do a complete reboot on the computer. All right, well, it has us live here, and we're loading back in, so we're going to try this thing again. It's having all kinds of issues. I don't know what's going on with the PC right now, but we're getting it straightened out. One little thing at a time, right? So we're 60% there. If you hear some knocking in the background, I don't know what the heck my wife's beating on, but at least she ain't in here beating on me, and that's a good sign. Oh, but you're with the American Sim Racing League, and this is going to be chase or playoff race number 1 here at New Hampshire tonight. And I'm trying to get you in here as quickly as possible. We've had some technical difficulties that we're working through, and you can see that they are lined up. So we got some overlays to get going right here. And we're going to work on that real quickly, and we're going to go over the starting line. I think these guys held up just for a couple of minutes for us, but we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. Got one more program to start here. So you'll see a black screen for just a second, and I'll try to get my timing and scoring up real quickly. Hey, Hal. So let's go ahead and get the timing screen up. I can't pull the starting grid up just yet, but I will in just a second. Oh, this thing is kicking my butt. So we're going to load this up here. And we're going to get this playoff started. I promise you that. I'm going to tell you who our playoff drivers are. Look at that. Now we're rolling. Just got to roll the camera screens up real quick. And let's take a look at your starting grid. What do you think about that? Starting P1 right here tonight. That number 63 of Johnny Avila. To his outside in second, you're going to see the number 97 of Levi Allen. Starting third tonight, Adam Matson, that 9 car. Great qualifying effort for Adam. And then to his outside in fourth will be the 30 car of Justin Gann. Starting fifth tonight, Hunter Waters is going to be driving that 7 car. In his outside in sixth, watch out for this guy. Fast in practice, Joseph McWhorter in the 73. Starting seventh tonight's going to be Jesse Bunnell. We'll take a look at that car in the 96 car. In his outside in eighth, you'll see that 19 car sitting right to his outside. That's Dwayne Hunt. Starting ninth tonight will be Cody Williams in the 12, and his outside in 10th is going to be the 72 of Jerry Cochran III. 11th tonight, you're going to see the 24 car of Bentley Glacier, and his outside in 12th will be that 46 of Ray Polking. 13th tonight, Jason Day in the 52 car, and his outside in 14th, that black 89 car right there, Jeff Yenish. Todd Cray's going to be rolling off in 15th in the 21 car. And in 16th, you'll see that 09 of William Kemp. Tyler Seville's number 11 car will be rolling off 17th. Actually, 17th's the 93, it looks like. Of Patrick DeSalinaire, and his outside in 18th will be the 40 car of Charlie Woods. 19th's going to be Kyle Bromer in the 90 car. And I think I skipped a couple people, but I don't know. My timing and scoring is it's not scoring it right. So we'll go down to Kyle Bromer. And 20th, we got the 62 of Stephen Ayers Jr. 21st tonight, that'll be Tyler Seville driving the number 11. And his outside in 22nd is going to be Steve Yenish in the 27 car. 23rd tonight, Chuck Sweeting right here in the 75. And his outside in 24th will be the 26 car of Bailey Dutton. Levi Poland in the 91 car will be 25th. And 26, you'll see Bradley Cooper in the 25. So we'll grid up one more. 27's going to be John Sanu driving 86 car, and he'll bring up the rear of the field, and that's the starting grid right there. Go back to the front of the field right here. We're getting ready to go racing. How far did we got tonight? I don't know. It's a 135 miler, so on a mile track, that'd be about 135 laps, I'd say. And that's exactly how far we got to go. Pace car's in. And we are off to Green Flag Racing in New Hampshire for playoff race number 1 with the American Sim Racing League and the Xfinity car here. In the 63 car, Johnny Avila going to power to the front of the field, and we're under caution quickly. So we'll see if we got this straightened out. All right, we've seen something going on that shouldn't have happened probably, or might have, could have, oofta. Big pile up right here. Take a little bit broader look here. Ooh, happened up there. Man, unfortunate for those guys. Right at the start of the race, and that 19 car took a ride. He took a ride. Another driver that this is unfortunate for is the driver in the 30 car right here. Just a slight bit of contact in the corner, and things go badly after that. It looked like that 21 might have got some damage out of that deal too. So we'll take a look at it. We might go on board with the 21 of Todd Cray right here, right after the start of the race. So we're on board with them. And we're just going to see what it looked like from this driver's view. Good to see Hal Amy in the chat. Make sure you put your favorite car number in the chat, or just put their name. Oofda. That's a big hit. If you want to see what a big hit looks like, that's a good picture of it. So I know we don't like to see this early on, and he's going to take it to the attention of his crew. And, I mean, I think if you got the motor working good, that the good news is you don't need a lot for the aerodynamics here. So that's the good news. It is good to see that we're knocking on wood, and, you know, the wood in between my ears and the wood right here on the desk, and that we keep everything working right here and everything goes smoothly from here on out, because it was a rough start. And I'm going to tell you real quick while you're tuned in, because you're going to stay tuned in with me for the entire broadcast. But I think we need to look at our chase drivers here. I know some of them, but I can't remember them all off the top of my head. I wish I could, but I can't do it. So I'm going to take a look at the points here real quick, and they're going to help us out. We'll be watching for that 27 car. The 24 car, 63 car. So Steve Yenish, Bentley Glacier, Johnny Avila. 73 car, Joseph McWhorter. 96 car, Jesse Bonnell. 11 of Tyler Seville. 21 of Todd Cray. The 89 of Jeff Yenish. Justin Gann's 30 car. Jason Day's 52 car. Hunter Waters' 7 car. Jerry Cochran's 73 car. That's your chase drivers here to keep an eye on. And I think we're getting about ready to go back to green flag racing here pretty quickly. Taking a look at the pace car up there. It looks like the lights are off and the pace car's in. Single file restart right here. And here we go. 63 car, not wasting no time finding that loud pedal. He's on it. Johnny Avila wants to check out from the field early on. And we're going to go back to the battle. Actually, not for second, but more so back here with the 73 and 24, McWhorter and Glacier. That's a battle back around the 6th and 7th position right now. McWhorter working the bottom of the track. And you see he may have Glacier cleared right here. Barely if he did, but he don't. That shows you how much of a run that outside line can get. So we're going to see what the preferred line is. I know the car might be a little bit tight entering the corner and a little loose off, but the 73 is going to take that 6th position away. And I'm telling you, this guy was fast in practice. I was able to see those times in practice at the very beginning, and that 73 car was fast. So he's going to go to work now on that 7-car Hunter Waters, and this is going to be to break into the top 5 right here tonight. And I don't know why our ticker's not working, so we're going to give you a new ticker right there on the side. Yeah, Jessica, good to see you in the chat right there. Unfortunately, Todd has run into a little bit of trouble. And I'm going to see if he got off pit road or not. He's still connected. And he's on the track right here, the 21 car. He's back in 21st position. So it looks like his motor might be running good because he's running with these guys. But unfortunately, he's missing a few vital body parts on the front end there. He's missing the nose and the hood, but he does have both fenders. So that's a good sign. And I'm going back to this race up front real quick. We got a car loose back there. He's in the grass, but he saves it. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. 62 car, Stephen Ayers Jr. Heck of a job wheeling it right there. As I'm going to get up here where the 73's at, he's passed another 2 cars. The 73's moved up to the 4th position now as he's working on the back of the 96 car, Jesse Bonnell. But watch out for the 9 of Adam Matz, man. This guy running in the 2nd position. He is he's catching your race leader a little bit at a time right here. And we're early. We're 9 laps in of 135, but it's a mile track, and I'll tell you, the laps will click away quickly here. If I don't get tongue-tied too many times, then I think Vern will be all right in the booth tonight. But tongue-tied can happen. It was a rough start to the broadcast, but we got to see the green flag of the race drop tonight, and I think that was, like, ultra important for me. So for the most part, we're single file, starting up here with your leader, Johnny Avila, holding on and enjoying a, half a second advantage now over this guy, Adam Matson, the 9 car. And go back another 4/10, you're going to find this battle. That's the 96 and the 73. So you got Jesse Bonnell in the 96, Joseph McWhorter in the 73 car. These are championship contenders right here, guys and gals. So this is going to be some good battle at New Hampshire. Not entirely sure what their fuel run is here tonight, but we're going to find out as the 73's running right down along that yellow line at the bottom of the track. The 96 car's breathing up a little bit. These drivers clicking off similar lap times right now. We're going to go back to 5th place and find the 97 car of Levi Allen. So Allen in the 97 car right here, solidly in the top 5. And just behind him is going to be the 7 car, Hunter Waters, and Hunter's going to occupy the 6th position right now. So we're back to 6th. You can see on the left that your top 5 has stayed the same as we click back to Bentley Glacier in the 24 car. He's riding in the 7th spot. And we're just going to roll through these guys one at a time to get you through at least the top 10 or 12 cars. Because we don't have any battles right now. It is single file racing, so let's just keep going. 52 car Jason Day is going to be back here in the 8th position. And these guys are running pretty close. So you got 6th, 7th, and 8th not too far from each other. And they may have company pretty soon as you see the 89 car of Jeff Yenish back here. Yenish in the 9th spot, and then Kemp in the 09, rounding out the top 10 here. So that's a quick run through the top 10, ending here with the 09 car, William Kemp. And if we start looking to the 11th and just out of the top 10, you're going to find that 93 car, Patrick DeSalinier. So DeSalinier back here just outside of the top 10 in that 11th position. So the top 10 is in sight for sure. And he's got Charlie Woods in tow there. Charlie in the 40 car. Charlie's going to have that 26 car right here, Bailey Dutton. He's going to be our lucky driver through the field we're going to jump on board with momentarily right here. So we're going to take a lap around New Hampshire Motor Speedway. That way you can see what it's like. And you're braking going into the corner here. Sometimes you're braking pretty good. And he's going to work on that 40 car. And this is going to be for the 12th position. So it looks like he's got a nose inside right there. And now he's going to drive it in the corner just a little bit deeper right here. Let the car drift up. Try to turn it back down to the bottom. Man, look how tight that car is until they get back on the gas and it gets loose. So a couple of hands full right here for sure. But nonetheless, looks like a great race. Let's get back onto the field here. Going to go back to 14th place, and a driver I don't expect to be back here a whole long time is the 75 car, Chuck Sweeting. I'll tell you, since Sweeting joined the American Sim Racing League, this driver, the 75, has been up towards the front in that top 5 and fairly competitive. So we're going to see what his skills are here tonight on the flat track of New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We'll go back and find Levi Poland's 91 car just behind him. Levi riding in the 14th spot in the Ford EcoBoost machine. We got I'll tell you what, boys and girls. We got some passing going on here. 26 and 93. That's 4th position right there. That's the top 10. Bailey Dutton, 9th place. Going to put DeSalinier back to 10th. So they're changing around there, and we're going to go back to 16th and find that driver of the 46 car, Ray Polking. So these guys around the top 10, shifting positions around. We're going to try to go back to the ticker, and it's working now, so that's good as we go to 17th. And what am I looking at? Well, there we go. 17th position is going to be the 72 of Jerry Cochran. Timing and scoring glitch for just a second. Everything else is fine on the stream, though. We got it working good, so we're gonna stay with that. We'll go back to 18th. One of the drivers caught up in the earlier caution right here is the 30 car, Justin Gannon. He is one of your championship playoff contenders, starting off at New Hampshire tonight. And some of these cars we're going to get to back here are championship contenders that really just had a bad start, got caught up in unfortunate circumstances at the beginning of this thing. And the 30 car being one of them. We go back to the 90 car of Kyle Bromer right here. Bromer may have got a little damage from our only caution back there on lap 2, but I'm not real sure. The car don't look too bad right here. We'll go back to 21st. We're going to find John Sanu driving 86 car. And if you're tuned in, welcome to the stream, Mr. and Mrs. Sanu. I know that you guys support John, even though you're not comfortable with the YouTube chat. So we'll go back to 22nd. Going to find the 11 car, Tyler Seville, and he's battling a little bit with the 21 car. And I'll tell you, my hat's off to Todd Cray driving that 21 car without a front end, basically. And Todd doing a heck of a job behind the wheel of that thing tonight. And, man, I mean, if he had the nose and the fender on it and the bars weren't all bent up there, I'd really like to see how good the 21 is here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And we're going to go back another spot to the 24th position, and that's going to put the camera right here on Stephen Ayers Jr. in the 62 car. 24th position, a little bit of a blink right there. That wasn't on my end. That was on the driver's, so. One more spot in 26 and a final car on the racetrack. That's the driver of the 25 car, and his name is Bradley the Coop Cooper. As you can see, Jeff Yenish right there in the 89 going around him. That's probably to put him a lap down. So let's get back to the front of the field where nothing's changed, but I'll tell you, second place has changed hands. 73 of Joseph McWhorter has taken it. So the 73 car went up there and wrestled down away from the 9 car, Max. And this is a driver who's been picking up spots since the drop of the green flag, and he's on a mission here. And 135 laps isn't going to be a lot. Won't take a long time around New Hampshire Motor Speedway as we're already working lap 24 of 135. And I'll tell you, the more green flag racing there is, the quicker it'll go. I promise you that. But we don't want a championship race or playoff race number 1 for the American Sim Racing League to go too quickly here. We want it to be a great show and a great race. And I'll tell you, you won't find a better group of drivers on iRacing to put that on for you. One caution flag in 25 laps right here in the opening round of the playoffs. And these cars are looking good, but Johnny Avila enjoying a 3.5 second lead at the front of the field. That's got to feel good. And I don't want to let too many secrets away, but I may or may not have heard a shift right there, in the old transmission. So Avila certainly knows how to get around this track right here, as he is, this driver is set sail. He has certainly set sail. And there's a bigger, broader look at New Hampshire Speedway. You got some cars. They're together back here some more. Bunnell and Hunter Waters, and this is a battle to get inside the top 4 or 5 here. I do want to thank all of you for tuning in so far. You're supporting your favorite drivers, and make sure you chat it up in the chat a little bit. I get up here in the booth by myself most nights, so I enjoy talking to you right there in the YouTube chat. So chat it up. Let's take a look at your favorite driver. Put your favorite driver in there, and we'll give them 30 to 60 seconds of fame. There ain't no problem there. Watching this battle back here, 24 car Bentley Glacier. He's holding on to the top 5. He's got Jesse Bunnell and Levi Allen behind him. and William Kempf in the 09 car. So, when's the stage break? Do I got the details? Let me look here. I probably do. I probably got those details, so. Yep, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We got previous winners for here. We're going to have a stage break at lap 45. So we're lap 29 now. So at lap 45, we'll be looking forward to the stage break. They have 100% fuel, which is going to be approximately 75 laps these drivers can run on a tank of fuel here. I don't know if Cody started or not. I thought I may have seen him load up, Hal, but I don't remember him being on the starting grid, so it does not look like Cody Williams is in the field. No, sir. So I'm not sure what happened there. So previous winners in the Xfinity car was Trent Ringler in 2021 in the summer. In the fall of 2020 in the trucks, it was Trent Ringler as well. But in the fall of 2021 in the Cup car, the winner was that driver, the 63, who's leading it right now, Johnny Avila. So he does have a win here. Bentley Glacier, where's he running right now? He's running in the top 5. Glacier is in the 24 car out there, and we'll get a closer look at that. So he's in the top 5. He's a previous winner in the fall of 2022 in the Cup car. So we got 135 laps or 100 minutes with a stage break at lap 45 and 3 extra sets of tires. There's going to be 3 green-white checker attempts tonight. And then we're going to look at our prior playoff appearances every season. So 7 seasons. Steve Yenish, Johnny Avila, Jeff Yenish, and Bentley Glacier have been in the playoff for 7 straight seasons now. 6 seasons, Jesse Bonnell, Hunter Waters, Todd Cray. For 4 seasons, Tyler Seville has made it. And for 3, Justin Gann. And first appearances are going to be Jason Day, Joseph McWhorter, and Jerry Cochran III. So those are the drivers that are making their first appearance in the chase here. So that's some pretty cool stats for you. And we're about, I don't know, 12 laps away here from the stage break. And remember, in the stage breaks, the top 10 score points. So your top 10 is Bentley Glacier is going to work on another position. That's going to be against the 7-car Hunter Waters. So Hunter occupies the 4th position, and it looks like the driver of the 24 car, he might want that 4th position, as he's going to go to work on him a little bit. Meanwhile, this guy, he's done nothing but go to work on New Hampshire Speedway right here. That driver of the 63 car, Johnny Avila, he found the cruise control button and he broke it off, literally. He broke the cruise control button off, and he is up there by 6.9 seconds. So this driver knows his way around the track, as you see him put a lap on the 21 car, Todd Cray. Now he's going to put a lap on the 62 car of Stephen Ayers Jr. And I'm going to tell you, for some of these drivers, that stage break can't come fast enough. I mean, there's some cars out there with damage from that first caution flag that would love to have another caution to go in there and work on that thing a little bit. So let's see if we can click the ticker and get it working. It shows Dwayne Hunt in the 24th spot back there. And I'm not sure he's on the track. I think he might be at, 26th position, the only car off the track right now is going to be Dwayne Hunt. And what? There we go. Get the ticker restarted at the top. So Johnny Avila leading this thing. We're going to go on board, do some in-cars for you right here. And hopefully if you're tuned in, you're seeing your favorite drivers. We're doing a good job covering the field here at New Hampshire for the American Sim Racing League tonight. Playoff race number 1, once again. 1 of 7, to be exact. You can see the complete standings if you click the link to the American Sim Racing League website in the description down there. So be sure to click on that, take a look at the schedule, see what these guys got coming forward, and we'll look at it in a few minutes. They're getting closer to that stage break, and Johnny Avila's just, I don't know if there's a sunset. He's chasing it. We'll just put it that way. Go back here and get on board with this guy. He did some work. He started 6th. He's driven his way up to 2nd. And that's the 73 car, Joseph McWhorter. And you can see a little bit difference when we do this, when we do the onboards. You'll see a little difference in driving style, maybe the lines they're using around the track, which may or may not be the difference between the distance they are from the next car in front or behind them. I mean, I think the 63 cars figured out the fast way around New Hampshire Speedway for sure. He's pulling away out front. So for some of these guys, they're going to love to see the stage break, maybe go in and get a little damage fixed and take some tires. As we go back to 3rd, we're going to be on board with the driver of the 9 car, Adam Matz. He started 3rd. He's in 3rd. I'm very impressed with this driver. It seems like since the chase has started, and he's the first driver outside of the chase, and he almost made it with a great run last week. So he just missed being in the chase this season. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't stop him from being hard on the gas right here. He sees the driver in 2nd position out of his windshield, so he knows that's within reach, and in about 4 laps, it's all going to be back in reach because we're going to be under a stage break here. And the stage break, well, it may give us a new leader after pit stops. We'll have to wait and see about that. But I'll tell you, that 63 car, barring any major track changes, that driver is definitely really fast here tonight. On board with the 24 car now. We're only going to do this through your top 5. So Bentley Glaser operating a 24 car, sitting in the 4th position. And you see he's using about that 2nd line coming in, driving it down a little bit lower off the corner. And I want you to pay attention to the red line in the middle of the steering wheel and watch how much wheel he puts into this thing in the center of the corner. So we're getting down around 10 o'clock right here, maybe 9:30 even, and look how loose it is off the corner. So the car's real tight on entry down to the center, and then it's real loose on corner exit. And we're seeing that with the 24 car here. We'll go back on board with your 5th place driver. That's the 7 car, Hunter Waters. And I expect, whoa, he got really loose coming off the corner. So Hunter definitely chased that thing. Look how tight the car is, though, on corner entry. You got all that wheel in it, and then on corner exit, you got to chase it. So there's your top 5 on board right here, lap 44. Your top 10's going to score stage points, so that can't hurt for a championship, right? Working lap 45 right now is your race leader, 63 car, Johnny Avila. Oh, he's out there on him. You want to know how far? 10 seconds, maybe, roughly, over 2nd right now. So I'm going to pretty much say everybody but Johnny Avila. Cannot wait for the caution for the stage break to come out here. And I think after the start-finish line this time, we'll see that caution flag wave for the stage break, and that's going to set some of these drivers at ease. And right here, he crosses the start-finish line, and I'm waiting for the caution flag. Pace car's coming out, it looks like. And caution flag is out. So that's going to be the end of the stage here. Johnny Avila taking the win of this stage. 73 car, Joseph McWhorter 2nd. Adam Matz in the 9 cars 3rd. Bentley Glaser in the 24 car. He's 4th. 5th place is the 7 of Hunter Waters. And back in 6th, the 09 of William Kemp. 97, Levi Allen in 7th, and 8th, Chuck Sweeting in the 75 car. So he's definitely moved forward. 9th is going to be Steve Yenish's 27th car. And rounding out the top 10 is going to be Bailey Dutton in the 26 car. So those are your top 10 in the first stage here that's going to score points. And I'll tell you, for that driver up front, that's an 11-second lead gone. Just like that. Caution flag out for the stage, and it's going to reset the field, basically. And we're going to see some great racing. We're 47 laps in of 135 laps at New Hampshire Motor Speedway tonight with the American Sim Racing League. Let's get an interview. I'm going to try to find somebody whose car's not been all the crap and back, because they might not be having the best race. But I'll tell you a driver that is, and he's getting ready for his pit stops now, so we're going to let him. I'm going to let him get on the pit road here and get his car stopped, and then I think he'll be good to chat with us. Actually, we'll let him get all the way off of pit road. I don't want to get someone up here and start chatting with them and be like, well, I think we got you a speeding penalty. That's not what we're here for. So there won't be nothing about that. And he's going to race off pit road right here, so we'll see if we can get a word or two with this driver. Adam Matz, driver of the 9 car, Vern Bradley in the WFO booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, Adam, I'll tell you what, good qualifying effort here at New Hampshire, and you're looking pretty good out there in the 9 car. Tell me what kind of piece you got under you.
Yeah, it hasn't been too bad. I feel like I'm able to keep pace with the 73, and but Johnny, I don't know. He's got nitros on that thing. He's gone. So.
Yeah. Well, did you get some nitrous installed on that stage brake right there? Or what's your?
Yeah, right. I wish. Yeah, I don't know. I know Johnny's running that bottom line, and I haven't really practiced running that. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I don't know how to. I'm gonna have to get a gap or something where I feel comfortable to try it out. But he's making it work, so I'm impressed.
Well, I'll tell you, after the restart, it might be something you want to work on a little bit. I don't know, but you just missed making the playoffs, and you're running so well. You ran so well last week in the 9 car. So, I mean, is it just go for it all right now and try to knock off some wins at them, or what's the goal?
Oh, absolutely. Just trying to get those wins. I mean, I know there's a little bit of an extra prize for some of the non-playoff guys throughout the rest of the season. So there's still some things to go for. But at this point, yeah, a win would mean everything. I haven't won for quite a while now and really haven't been in a position to win. So anything I could do just to – if I need to do 2-tire stop or something crazy, go for it. Why not?
Well, I'll tell you, man, and as you say that, I've watched you even the past couple of weeks just be stronger and stronger at them. So – if you keep putting yourself there, it's coming quick enough, buddy.
Yeah, I hope so. Thanks.
All right, Adam, do you want to give a shout-out to anyone before you get back to green here?
Yeah, sure. Just shout out to my team, all my teammates, MPHC, and then Jade and Grace Photography, who sponsored these paint schemes with Splash and Go Graphics. So really appreciate that. That's really cool.
Well, there you go. Good luck to you, Adam, and have fun, buddy.
All right, thanks.
So that was the 9 car. The driver of the 9 car, Adam Matz, getting an interview with him right here during the break, and he's one of the guys that just missed making the playoffs, and we hate it. He's a fast driver, and he hasn't won in a while, but I'll tell you, he's knocking on the door right now. So we're going to get a restart here at lap 50, roughly lap 51. Pace cars in. Front row, 63, 73. Avila, McWhorter. Man, I'll tell you, Avila like he's launching out of a rocket, literally. Coming off the launch pad, 63 car, and he darts to the lead, but the 73. Joseph McWhorter, he made some positions up. We got a battle back here, though. Bentley Glacier going after the 3rd spot from the 9 car of Adam Matz, and I think Glacier's got it. He does. So move that 24 car up a spot. 9 car Adam Matz falling back to the 4th position. And he might back up there a little bit to the clutches there of the 7 car Hunter Waters. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. No, looks like once the tires get under him, the driver of the 9 car's back on it. I'm going to get to, whoa, we got a car in the wall. Hard contact. I'm not sure who that was, but they bounced it back here. We're going to stay clean and green. I'm not going to call it clean and green, though. I mean, that got a little nasty up against that outside wall. But they stay green flag, and we're going to keep going right here. Up front, half a second already for the driver of the 63 car. And I'm going to tell you, these guys under that stage break, they might have should have asked for a little bit of rope and a hook when they were on pit road. That's right. Hook it to the bumper of the 63 car and let them pull you around here. That's a great way to get around. I'm betting some of those guys would have liked that, or they would have liked to put a couple of anchors. Put a couple anchors behind that 63 car and attach it to the pit wall and just kind of keep them from re-entering the track. But Johnny Avila's definitely put into practice in the laps here because that car's fast. He is running a different line, and you heard Adam Matz talk about that a little bit. And we really seen it during the long run. Not so much on this short run here, but we really seen it on the long run. The driver that is right behind Adam here, though, and he's got a little bit of a distance back to third. That's the 73 of Joseph McWhorter. Right behind Johnny, that is. McWhorter in second. These are playoff contenders here. So your top three are playoff contenders right here. 73 of McWhorter, 24 Bentley Glacier, another playoff contender. And you seen him take the third spot away right after that restart. Bentley Glacier's a former winner here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway as well, so the driver knows how to get around the track. And he's showing you now. I mean, he knows how to get around it. He is showing you how to get around this track here tonight. Adam Matz talked to him there on the break, sitting back here in fourth, and we're going to try some different camera views, just play around with the cameras a little bit. Maybe while we go to the blimp mode, you can spot your favorite driver out here on the racetrack tonight or today here at New Hampshire. We're going to move the camera through the field a little bit, change positions back there, see if we can find any battles on this 1 mile track. Taking a look at the 75 car, Chuck Sweeting, 96 car, Jesse Bonnell. This is inside the top 10, so we're still inside the top 10 here. So let's go back to 10th place. We got a couple of brothers back here, 27 car, Steve Yenish, 89 car, Jeff Yenish. Two playoff contenders right here. So both these drivers in the playoffs and playoff contenders in the top 10. And that's what you want to do. I mean, you want to, even if New Hampshire is not your favorite track, you know, or not your best track, you just want to try to salvage as good of a finish as you can, right here in Chase Race number 1. And that's what these drivers in the top 10 are really scavenging for. But a guy that's dropped back a little since the stage break. Back there in lap 45 is that 26 car Bentley Glacier. He's Bailey Dutton, I'm sorry. Bailey just outside of the top 10 in the 11th position. We've seen him in the top 10 before. So let's take a look at some of your other championship contenders. Jerry Cochran, we haven't seen Jerry in a little bit, and we're going to find Jerry back here in the 20th position. So we haven't seen him in a while, but the 72 car right back here in the 20th position right now. And it looks like he has a little damage on that car. He may have got caught up in that first caution flag, and you can see he's missing the hood. And there's a damage to the front and definitely the rear of the car. And that was probably from checking up, getting into someone in front of him there, trying to miss that caution to come out. So another chase driver up here in 18th is going to be the 21 car of Todd Cray. Todd seventh in points coming into this thing. He's got a win this season. I'm sure he'd like to get a couple of more. And you can see that Todd's one of the drivers just trying to salvage everything he can after an unfortunate situation on lap 2. So we'll go back. We're going to go find another championship contender with the 30 car, Justin Gann. He's working around the 97 right here. That's going to put Gann up in the 16th position. So I can tell you the driver of the 30 car is certainly finding his groove at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And sometimes that's what it takes. So let's go look for Jason Day. See where that driver's at. 15th. Just ahead of the 30 car, you're going to find the 52 of Jason A. Day. Car looks good. Doesn't look like it's got a lot of damage on it, so he's still got a hot rod underneath of him, and he's got a little bit of time to knock off some positions and pick up some valuable points here at New Hampshire with the American Sim Racing League's Elite Series. That's right, Xfinity cars right here at New Hampshire Speedway tonight. Playoff race number 1. So we got some more drivers that are in here. Tyler Seville's 11 car. We're going to go find him next. Actually, he's not on the track right now. So the 11 car, the 90 car, and the 19 car are all three not off the track, or not on the track. We've got roughly 23, 22 or 23 cars on the track. And the last one I see on the track is going to be the 25 car right here, the Coupe, Bradley Cooper. So we showed you where some of your favorite chase drivers were. I think I missed one right here, but I know he's running up here. He was in the top 10, and he still is. He's in the 8th position. Jesse Bunnell in the 96 car. So he's one of your championship contenders here. And then, of course, the guys at the front of the field right now. And that's the 63 of Johnny Avila and the 73 of Joseph McWhorter. And I want you guys and gals to take a look at something right here. What you're going to look at is we've seen the 63 drive away on that first run. And he started to do it right here, but it looks like the 73 has been able to cut down into his lead. 0.3 of a second separating first and second. Another driver who hasn't fallen off and went anywhere. That's this driver, 24 car Bentley Glacier. Glacier, a former winner here at New Hampshire Speedway, just like Johnny Avila. And this driver certainly getting that line figured out around here. And I'm sure he'd like to go up there and claim another win at New Hampshire, as most of these guys would. Let's go, Johnny. There's a shout out to that race leader. I can tell you the driver of that 63, well, he's been up on the wheel for sure. When we come to the end of the stage there, around lap 45, that driver had an 11-second lead on the field. And it looks like now I seen maybe Johnny made a mistake that we didn't catch on camera, because now it looks like he's starting to stretch out the lead once again, 0.8 of a second now over the 73 of Joseph McWhorter. Heck, I don't know that he wasn't saving on some tires, maybe saving on a little bit of fuel. We know the fuel runs roughly, 75 laps, I said earlier, so maybe we have some strategies here. These drivers got about 21 laps on their tires and their tank of fuel since the stage break. So all that's going to come into play, I'm sure. Oh, that wasn't the camera I was looking for. This one was. I didn't want to go on board. I wanted to go above the cars here a little bit. Take a chopper view around New Hampshire. Taking a look at your leaders, 63 of Johnny Avila, 73 right here of Joseph McWhorter. And I'll tell you what, McWhorter dropped off a little, but now he's starting to pick it back up, and it makes you wonder if he is watching the car ahead of him and learning, or if in fact that lead driver might be mirror driving a little bit and kind of saving on his tires, and he's like, okay, I'm going to maintain the gap. I'm going to let him catch up. No. I'm going to pull out on him a little bit here. And I think that might be happening. I think he might be maintaining a gap out there and taking care of his equipment. And I'll tell you, that's important. If you want to be a winner at a track like New Hampshire, and he is a former winner here as well, so he knows that. Going back to fourth position, watching the 9 car get around the racetrack. I don't know about you watching the stream or not, but I'm a fan of this chopper view. I know it's a little bit choppier than like the blimp view or any of the other cameras, but I just like how it shows the car in relevance really with the racetrack. And it's really cool when you got a couple of drivers close. We find Glacier and go back here to fifth where Hunter Waters is at. You can see that he's got a couple of cars close. Excuse me. He's got the 09 car William Kemp and the 75 Chuck Sweeting right there with him. That's going to be 5th, 6th, and 7th position on the racetrack here. And we're now 73 of 135 laps complete, so we're over the halfway point. Just over the halfway point, actually. And I'll tell you, if you're just tuning in, or if you've been tuned in for a while and missed it, we did have an actual caution flag on lap 2, and it damaged some of our playoff contenders. So the ones that got the damage, I'm going to go back and find. Well, I'm going to basically find who might be doing the best out of the cars that were damaged here. So in 16th and in a battle is the 30 car Justin Gann. You can see he's trying to pick up some positions ahead of him. He's working on the 52 car, Jason Day, right now. And we got a 5-car battle here. 40 it looks like, maybe the 46, the 30, the 52, the 97. And this is all back here around, 13th. 13th on back, 13th, 14th, 15th, 13th to 17th, basically. Look at Gann get a run and on, maybe just a little. They may have touched. If it was slightly. I bet you I couldn't have fit a business card in there. Wow. Look at that. He's going to try to split the middle here. 40 car working the bottom. 46 car out of the gas. Maybe a little contact with the outside wall, but just slightly. And the 30 car going to get a 2-for-1 right there. So a 2-for the 30. Justin Gann up to the 14th position. Car was involved in the first caution flag. We've seen the 30 car go around. But he is certainly doing his best to recover right here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway and possibly even make up some positions and valuable points here. But another driver that was caught up early in that early on caution, 21 car Todd Craig. And man, unfortunate. Sitting back here in the 18th position. The car is missing a couple of components at the front of the unit, but driver's still in there willing it and going to try to get, just the best points finish he can here. So we know the fuel. We know that the fuel is capable of going roughly 75 laps, I believe I read. So if I say I believe I read it, then why don't I just read it again so I don't have to say I believe I read it, that I actually know. 75 laps per tank, approximately. And that's exactly what I read. So 75 laps per tank. And we are 30 laps in now, roughly. 31 for your leaders up here. You want to see what 3.2 seconds looks like? We'll try that. Right there. Nope, not right there. You can barely see it. You can't see it now. But there you go. Right there, back to the next car. That's the lead. 3.3 seconds now for the 63 car of Johnny Avila. And he's been, he started up there in I believe the top spot. Yes, so he started P1. And he's really been running away with this thing since then. We took our first stage break at lap 45, 46 roughly. And he had an 11-second lead at the end of that 46th lap. So we're 81 laps into it. We're 33 laps into this run since the stage break. And Johnny Avila is looking at about a 4-second lead right now. So this is one playoff championship contender who wants to go on to the next round by putting a W next to his name at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and he's been working hard for it this whole race. You can tell he certainly put the laps down around this place because the line he's running, the way he exits the corner right there underneath the yellow line is phenomenal. I mean, that took practice, it takes skill, and that driver's definitely a skilled race car driver. He's coming up on some lap traffic here, and we still got a ways to go, so I'll tell you, you're lapping by some of these guys, and as loose as this car can be off the corner, it wouldn't take much of a mistake, and you can watch 4 seconds go away quickly as he's working on the lap car. Avila, though, all the way down, just almost in the grass there. It's phenomenal as he's going to pull out and drag race the 72 car down the straightaway. And that 72 car, that's Jerry Cochran III right there. He is one of your championship playoff contenders, the driver of the 72 car. So he's going to go a lap down right here on lap 84 from your race leader, the 63, Johnny Avila. Let's go back and find the 73 car, McWhorter. McWhorter's by himself, but we know he's got some lap cars coming up there pretty soon. We just don't know how. Well, about four seconds ahead of him right now, but he was able to run with the 63 a little bit longer after that restart, so I was pretty impressed with this driver. And I'll tell you, the driver of that 73 car started in the 6th position, and he's had a lot of hard work to get up here to the P2 spot, looking at a good points night right here. And, for some of these guys, if you ask them, New Hampshire is probably not their favorite racetrack. For others, it's a good track for them. And you can look around the top 5 and see these guys that are comfortable around here. This driver in particular, we're going to take a look at the Diet Mountain Dew machine, and that's the 24-car Bentley Glacier. Yeah, Hal, on these flat tracks like this, you can go down below that yellow line. It's not going to be a penalty for my racing or usually from the leagues. You're just trying to use all the asphalt surface and whatever you can whatever you can do to get the car to rotate. So some of these flat tracks like New Hampshire, Milwaukee, they're common for putting the left sides down there a little bit, and heck, if you want to put all 4 down there, it's no harm, no foul. If you can hold on to it down there and make some speed, the more power to you. And I'll tell you, the 63 car's definitely got that figured out, man. He is putting on a clinic here tonight. And he's really running a really, really good-looking line. I'm taking a look at him here. We're going to put up a little bit longer summary of the driver. This will help you see his speed too. What he's hitting 150 miles an hour down the straightaway here. He's going to slow it down under 80 miles an hour in the corner at 79. So that's a pretty big drop off in speed. Almost half the speed that he achieves down the straightaway, slowing down in the corner. And I'll tell you, as a driver, it almost feels like you're stopping at the center of the corner here. And you're doing that till the car rotates. That's what you call getting a car set in the corner there. You get that rotation, and then you try to drive it off. At New Hampshire, at least I do, as straight as possible. He's going to be going around the 86 car of John Sanu and putting him a lap down. We're going to see where Sanu's at on the racetrack. Sanu's back in 19th. 18th position, I see. So John Sanu may be the first driver a lap down right here. John's moved up about 9 positions since the start of this thing. John started back in the 27th position. He's back up to the 18th position now. And I'll tell you guys and gals what. I mean, this thing started off rough for me. I didn't know where the drop frames were coming from, but I fired the computer up. I got everything going. Everything looked smooth. And I started the stream tonight, and it all went south. Literally. It went south in a hurry. I worked frantically to get the stream back up and going again before these guys went green flag and racing here at New Hampshire in playoff race number 1 of 7. And that's for the American Sim Racing League. If you're just now tuning in, the Elite Series here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Playoff race number 1. So championship implications here in this one. 7 car coming to pit road. Mark it down about 43 laps into the run right here since the stage break. We got a driver coming on pit road. We know that they can do 75 laps on fuel, so this is tires. And we got another one coming off pit road to 46 car Polking, so we're going to watch Hunter Waters right here make his green flag pit stop, and these are green flag pit stops at lap 93. So Bentley Glacier, another driver that's been on pit road. Hunter Waters, Jerry Cochran III. He's been on pit. No, he hasn't been on pit road, but Adam Matz has been on pit road. So the 9 car, another one taking advantage of it, and I think all of them are stopping now. Not the race leader. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your top 6 have not stopped, but everybody outside of the top 6, with the exception of a couple, leaders on pit road now. I just ate my words, didn't I? Just like that. He's like, I'm going to give you a whole bunch of shut up with that one, Vern, because I'm going to bring that 63 down pit road, get me some tires. Maybe just a little bit of fuel, a splash of it or so, because I know they can run 75 on a tank of fuel, but it looks like they can only run about 45 on a set of tires. That's all I'm going to tell you, is the 63 has no problems on and off pit road. And when you're making these green flag stops like this, I mean, this is where it's easy to make a mistake. This pit road entry is not the easiest. And if you're pitted back there a ways, it's real easy to speed on pit road exit. So keep all that in mind. And it's been a lot of fun watching this one so far. We got a few left, and, you know, we don't know. Will there be a caution flag? Another one. I mean, we had one real caution at lap 2, but I'll tell you, since that caution, these guys are showing the true skill. I mean, they just a lot of talent to get around a flat track like New Hampshire and not get into each other, and these drivers are doing it here tonight. We're watching Chuck Sweeting in the 75 car, 09 car William Kempf. Sweeting is not pitted yet. That's why I got the camera on that car. He is scored as your race leader right now, 48 laps into the run. And maybe we see a different strategy with him. You know, I know that they can go about 75 laps on fuel approximately. So maybe the 75 kind of holds it out there for a little bit. And who knows, maybe a caution will drop. Maybe somebody will make a mistake on and off the pit road, but I think he's the only one that hasn't stopped. I'll go back here to 3rd, Bentley Glacier. And the reason I'm going back here to 3rd is because he is not far from your race leader, number 1. And he is muscled ahead of the 73 car there of Joseph McWhorter. We've seen Bentley stop a lap or 2 sooner than these other drivers did. So he was able to gain a little bit of track position here. And I like the strategy, you know. I really like that strategy, and I'm telling you, I'm not against the strategy I'm seeing from the driver in the 75 car. And this is a driver that is not in the playoffs, so he has no skin in the game there. And he's just doing what he possibly can to attempt to steal a race away here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway with the American Sim Racing League's Elite Series. You gotta love that, right? Taking chances. That's what you do. Hold her out there a little bit. Run that fuel down. And every lap you make, and I'm not kidding you, every second of every lap, you're like, come on, caution. Let's see the yellow. Come on, caution. But sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it don't. Sometimes you're the windshield, and sometimes you're the bug. You got it. Whew. I don't even know where all that come from, but it was there, so I went with it. That's basically what I'll try to do from time to time. We got 35 laps to go, though, so the laps are clicking away here as we're watching a race leader in the 75 car, but the lead is clicking away. This 63 car, he's been bad fast since they dropped the green flag, and he has made a pit stop, so he's got 4 fresh tires bolted on the 63 machine. And I'm telling you, since they dropped the green flag tonight, 101 laps ago, this feller right here has been wanting to check out. So, if I'm Chuck Sweeting, I'm watching the clock. And as it ticks down too far, a guy might be looking for pit road and maybe at least a couple of tires. We know that the car's tight on entry, but it's very loose off the exit of the corner. And that 63's battling the 21. Not for position, but that's for the 21 to stay on the lead lap right here. No, it ain't. He's already a lap down because he's behind the 75, so that was my stupidity right there. But I think after the 75 pits, or if he pits, that this will be the battle for the 21 to stay on the lead lap because these drivers have all pitted. Everybody behind the 75 car. 63 working right on the bottom. Looks like the 73 of McWhorter has picked that spot back up over the 24 car. And the 73 is not too far behind the 63 as he's going to be the next one to come up on the 21 here. And we see how well the 21 able to hold on. And it makes you wonder if he would have had a hood and a fender here, you know, late in the race, what kind of competitor that 21 car might have been here on the first playoff race. Take a broader look. Chuck Sweeting right now up by 7.7 seconds, 56 laps on his tires, 104 laps of 135. So about 31 laps to go, less than 31 now. Mathing, and I don't think that the 75 can go that distance on fuels. He's got about 56 on his tank now. So if you add 20 to that, that's going to be, 77 laps on his tank and go approximately 75. So he'd be hitting the end of it. And I'll tell you, that's going to make him about 10 laps short on fuel. By my calculations, maybe 15. 10 to 15 laps short on fuel for the 75 car. And he's only got, about 6.2 second advantage now on the 63 car of Johnny Avila. And we'll go back here to where Avila's at right now. He's in the second position with timing and scoring. And you can see it on the ticker at the top of your screen, too. If you ever want to take a look at where your favorite driver's at, take a look up there. And you'll see the distance they are back by the plus, 5.8 there, plus 6.6, plus 7.6, that sort of thing. I'm still betting there's a lot of guys that would like to see a caution, and one of them's your race leader, Chuck Sweeting. But I'll tell you, it hasn't been a race that's, I didn't think it would. I mean, I called it earlier when I was messaging, I believe it was Jeff Yanish, about some of the race stuff earlier in the day. I said, I'll tell you, he wasn't sure how it would be, and I said, I'll tell you, knowing the drivers here, I think it's going to be a pretty clean race, and I'd be kind of surprised if there was a caution, and we did actually have one on lap 2. But, when you have the fields bunched together at New Hampshire, that's when you're at the greatest risk for it. But other than that, once these guys get spread out like they are now and the field gets sorted out, it just had the look of a long, long green flag run, and that's what we're seeing right now. And we had the stage break at lap 45, which was our last slowdown. And since then, they've just been clicking off laps here. We're at 108 of 135. You want to know the distance between first and second? It's 3.5 seconds. You're looking at it on the screen right here. There's a couple lap cars in between them. It looks like the 46 car of Ray Polking's back there. So Johnny's still got a couple of cars to work around before he gets up here to the 75 car. But I'm telling you, I like this strategy. 75 was back there. He's not in the playoffs, so he don't have any skin in the game there, and he has nothing to lose. And I'll tell you, if the caution flag were to come out, winner, you look like a hero, literally, and he knows that. So he can run 75. I'm impressed that he took that good care of his tires that he could go this far. We know the other drivers pitted for tires, so different strategies here, and I like that. He was the only one that I seen say, you know what, I can run this far on fuel, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. And right now, it's got him, and for the past several laps, it's got him the race leader. But I'll tell you, it's going away. 1.7 seconds back now. 63 car, Johnny Avila. And right there's the white and green machine, the 63. You see the leader up there just in front of him. You got a lap car in between the two. And Avila working that line that he's been doing so well since the drop of the green flag. And I like that, the driver, look how low he dives it in here. It's New Hampshire. He diamonds the corner a little bit, lets the car drift up. And then he uses every bit of the racetrack on corner exit. And I like that style. I like the line. And it's working as he's going to get by the lap car up here. We're going to zoom in a little bit closer, because I think we're just about ready to see a battle for the lead. And then once the 63 gets by the 75, is that his cue to go to pit road? Or look at that. Look how much distance he closed just on corner entry right here. 63 car working the bottom of the track. 75 got the outside groove. But I'll tell you, with the difference in tires, I don't think it's going to be much of a battle. It's over. 63, Johnny Avila back to the front on lap 113. So Sweeting there in the 75 is going to drop back to the P2 spot. And I'll try to keep you in touch on the tire situation with the race, with the second place driver. He's 66 laps into the run, so the fuel situation probably going to creep up on him in the next 4 or 5 or 6 laps here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that for Sweeting. We go back to third. You're going to find the 73 car of Joseph McWhorter. And McWhorter's here by himself in the third spot. I know that Bentley Glacier pitted before him and beat him off the pit road, the 24 car. But he's got a few more laps on his tires, and he's faded back here just a little bit. He's got a couple more laps than your third place driver of McWhorter, and he's got about 5 more laps on his tires than your race leader, Johnny Avila. So, but Bentley has got, 3 seconds on this driver, Adam Matz in the 9 car. Matt's working around a couple lap cars right here. It looks like he's got the 62 of Stephen Ayers Jr. to his outside. 21 of Todd Cray back there by the rear bumper. Let's take a look at chase drivers one more time. We got 20 laps to go, so here's one of them. Your race leader, Johnny Avila, up there by 2.4 seconds. Next chase or playoff contender, championship contender, 73 car right there, Joseph McWhorter. He's running in the third spot currently. go back to fourth, another playoff contender with the 24 car right there, Bentley Glacier. And look at this, 27 car Steve Yenish up to the 6th position now, 19 laps to go. He's your points leader coming into this thing. So Steve Yenish looking to have a good run. We're going to go back and find another driver. It's going to be Hunter Waters in the 7 car. Yes, Hunter is one of the chase drivers here. And then another one's going to be Jeff Yenish right there in the 89 car. Yenish, a great run last week. And having a decent run here in the top 10 right now. So that's really good for him. And I'm going to find Jesse Bennell in the 11th position because Jesse Bennell's one of your championship contenders. Bennell in the 96 car here. He was 5th in points coming into tonight. So we're going to go back and find some more drivers. Justin Gann up to 13th in that 30 car. So pretty decent recovery so far for the driver of the 30 with 17 laps to go. Well, we got a couple drop frames there, but nothing too bad. As we're going to keep going through the list here. Going to find Jason Day, the driver of the 52 car. Also one of your championship contenders back here in the 15th position. Day trying to hold on to trying to look for a decent points finish here and kind of get New Hampshire out of the way, some of these guys. 21 car Todd Cray, 7th in points, so another contender here for the championship. And man, I'm getting late into this thing, and it's kind of looking like it was earlier. It's making me wonder if it's drop frames or the iRacing server itself. I don't know, but we're just going through points here and championship contenders. 72 car, Jerry Cochran. You see that car's got some damage. Cochran back here in the 18th position. And I think that's going to put us through your championship contenders here, the whole list of it. And we're going to go back to the front of the field. I can tell you, for anyone that was following Chuck Sweeting, he is still on the racetrack. 73 laps on his tank of fuel here. So 15 laps to go in the 75 car, still running up there in the top 3 podium. Go to the front of the field, though. This driver, 4.5 seconds. That's right. 4.5 seconds to the good. This thing is on automatic cruise control. You call it what you want. He's been a rocket ship since the drop of the green flag. And he's making it happen here in the playoff race number 1. You got to give it up for that driver, the 63 of Johnny Avila. And let's do it now. Let's go on board with this guy. What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing different? I mean, come on. Let's take a look at a lap around here. Look at the low entry here. He's going to diamond the corner on the downshift. And look at that. Car gets a little bit loose on corner exit as he goes back through the gears here. And going to hit the red line down the straightaway, and same thing right here. Diamonds up a little bit in the middle, drives it right down all the way to the bottom. Comes off the corner, winds it out a little, and there's a lap right there on board with your race leader. So you want to learn something about a line? I don't think that there's, well, certainly nobody else on the track got it figured out like that. Let's take a look at second place's line, Joseph McWhorter. We go on board with McWhorter back here in second. Look how loose and free the car gets off the corner. So on corner exit, the car is very free, but if you look right here in the middle of the corner, oof, duh. I mean, he's got wheel in this thing. But he's going to get it all the way down there to the yellow line, but you see he's not quite as low as your race leader. So we got about 10 or 11 laps to go. So we want to take a look at some of these different lines as we go now on board with the driver of the 24 car, Bentley Glacier. Sitting back here in the 3rd position, and then a completely different corner entry here for Bentley. And Bentley is a prior winner for the American Sim Racing League at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So this is another driver that knows how to get around here, just a different line completely on corner entry. And you see that he tries to turn it around a little bit on exit. And that's a lap from that driver's perspective. Adam Matz, we talked to him during the stage break. And I think may have been on board with a few of these guys already. So we're going to get on board here with Adam Matz. And then there's only one more driver I'm going to jump on board with, and I know who it is. And it was actually a driver I seen coming through the field a little bit. And he may still be able to pull off a top 5. So let's get back here on board with the 27 car of Steve Yenish. He's got a car in front of him working the bottom side, too. That may be a lap car. But someone else is trying to learn, how to put that car down there. And is that the 86 car? It's the new? It might be that's working the bottom down there. And he's working, whoever it is working on a position pretty hard. So on board now with Steve Yenish. And I'll tell you, Yenish is only about 1.2 seconds behind that 75 car. And that 75 car's got 79 laps on his fuel, by the way. I'm impressed with that. But while we're on board with the 27, we're down to 8 laps to go. And if you're tuning in late, we've had one caution flag at lap 2 for an on-track incident. Lap 45, we slowed him down again for the stage break. And we've been clean and green since then. So we have been clean and green for 80 laps since that stage break. And I know that because that's how many laps that the 75 car. Oh, look at that. Top 5 now for Yenish. So going to be a good points night for him. And we are going to go back towards the... Well, we don't really have to go at the front of the field just yet. But we are going to change our camera. We're going to find that 75 car. He's fallen back to the 6th position now with 7 laps to go. And I'll tell you, 81 laps in, I thought it was approximately 75 laps of fuel, but he's proven that wrong. He's made it 81 laps. Oh, it won't be this season, Corey, as far as that is concerned, but it's definitely going to be something that's going to be deeply considered at the season end there. But I did get to practice it, and I liked it, Corey. I'm not going to lie. Got a lot of power for sure. So I'm going to get back up here with our race leader. He's up there 6.2 seconds. 5 laps to go here with the American Sim Racing League's Elite Series. These Xfinity cars, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Man, this driver right here, he found the cruise control button early on and he broke it off. I'm telling you, he can't slow it down now. Once he found it and he got that line going, man, he's just been wheeling it and dealing it out here. So not going to do nothing with this driver right now, bar no caution flags, because you and I both know that a caution could change everything. So... if there's one driver who's hoping there will not be a caution flag, it's the wheelman right here, the 63 car, Johnny Avila. Yeah, I'm going to check some of that out, Corey, for sure. 3 laps to go here at New Hampshire. For all you fans, Joseph McWhorter, driver of the 73, still riding in the 2nd position. So he's having a good race, looking for a good finish right here. And then you go back here, and Adam Matz, actually, the 9 car, just passed for the 3rd position late in the race here. And that's going to kick the 24 Bentley Glacier back to 4th. So Matt's doing a good job. And how far back Yenish? He's not real far back from those guys, but with 2 to go, I don't think Yenish can catch him. So we get right back to the front of the field. 2 laps to go. Your race leader, he's in lap traffic. That's Johnny Avila in the 63 car. He's going to come by the start-finish line this time, and I'm going to tell you what he's going to pick up. That's right, the white flag. As he's working, trying to put the 30 car Justin Gann a lap down, and I'm going to tell you that 30's done a good job picking up position since his earlier issues. He's running in the 13th position. And he might be a tough one to lap, and that, with the lead that Johnny's got, he might just want to back her down a little bit right here. Take it easy, put it on. It's on cruise control, He broke that button off, and it's on cruise control. So he's going to bring it out of turn 4 for the final time, though. Your race leader, Johnny Avila in the 63. Oh, he dominated it tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Johnny Avila, your race winner, playoff race number 1. And, man, that locks you into the next round. And talk about boosting the confidence at the beginning of the playoffs. Playoff race number 1, big confident boost right there. Go back to second, 73 car. Joseph McWhorter and then Adam Matz go to round out the podium here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Great racing. I mean, very little cautions. Like I said, only one on-track incident on lap 2 slowed the field down. It's race leader pulling to the start-finish line. I'm pretty sure this feller's going to burn her to the ground. I mean, I see no other thing here than that. We're going to watch that 63 just light him up, and he earned it. He deserves it. Absolutely dominating performance for the driver of the 63, Johnny Avila here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway with the American Sim Racing League's Elite Series. And, man, burn it down, brother. You earned it. Lead all them laps and still got the energy to put on just one heck of a show here in the post-race celebration. But what do you do after a performance like that, right? This is how you celebrate, guys and gals. This driver's doing an excellent job of teaching us. Yeah, I've been good, Corey. I'm going to get the post-race interviews done. Oofda da May. That's going to end it for them, and we're going to pause that, get our race winner up here in the booth. Johnny Avila, Vern Bradley in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I hear you, bud.
Holy cow, that hit at the end was pretty amazing.
I said let's play chicken, and I guess none of us were.
Yeah, none of you chickened out, did you?
It's real easy with pretend race cars.
Well, that's right. I told the stream probably, I don't know, 100 laps ago that you obviously had a cruise control button in the 63 car tonight, so tell us about how you made it work.
The car just felt good on the low side, and compared to my teammates, my right front wasn't burning up quite as much as theirs, so I was just trying to maintain track position and just run my line.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty interesting line. It was a line I didn't really see anyone else doing, and for as far as that goes, I didn't see really no two people running the same line around here, Johnny.
Yeah, with this track being so flat, you can kind of go everywhere. And I like to run where nobody else is running for the most part. So the apron is usually free. In practice, I tried it out a little bit. It seemed to have some speed. So I'm like, why not see if it'll work in the race?
Yeah, and you definitely figured out how to make it work here. And I think you were a previous winner here in fall of 2021 in the Cup car, right?
Maybe.
Yes.
I'm not. I don't really remember, but
I had
know
the stats there, so I know you were,
okay.
Johnny.
I'm gonna trust you.
Yeah, you can trust me. Well, I trust Jeff on that. He sent that to me earlier, so I trust him on that. But
yeah, Jeff's got everything on lock.
But you, man, I mean, tonight just a dominating performance. So coming into this thing, did you have a lot of practice, or what was the strategy there?
When I joined the session is when I was able to get my practice in and just run with my teammates. They gave me some feedback and learn off one another.
Well, I'll tell you, that was some quick learning right there, and you listen well and you take feedback well, because once that thing went green, you just started putting distance between you and second. And did that surprise you any?
I was honestly coming to the first stage, seeing that I had a 10-second gap. It was quite surprising considering the skill level of everybody here, but I guess just my driving style with the combination of the line just seemed to work out really good.
Well, you're certainly no stranger to Victory Lane. We've interviewed you in here before in Victory Lane, and You took a little bit of break from it, but man, you come back with a vengeance here.
Yeah. I just want to shout out my teammate Hunter because as we were grading up, he's like, "All right, everybody, let's put on our best Jeff Byrne impression." I didn't quite do what Jeff Byrne did, but I feel like I did a good job there.
Well, playoff race number one, obviously at New Hampshire, and you got the win, which is gonna kick you on to the next round, right?
I think so. So
So
it's good. I have a little bit of a buffer for in case there's any mulligans, and then got to get back on it once round 2 starts.
yeah, you you know 3 wins put you, I think, at the most of this season for any other driver. So you're just hitting the momentum at the right time, Johnny.
Well, that's good. Hopefully, I can keep it going.
Well, hopefully you can, and congratulations on the win. Do you have anyone you want to thank? Why I got you up in the booth tonight?
Just all of my teammates, Hunter, Jesse, Tyler. It's great racing with those guys and all the admins putting this league together. It's crazy that we still have this many drivers when the playoff starts because like a lot of times a lot of people just dip out. So that's cool to see. And of course, you up in the booth broadcasting these races every week.
Johnny, I'll tell you, with the racing that clean, I mean, you guys literally went around New Hampshire with one on-track incident all night.
Oh shit, that's
right.
crazy.
And that was lap number 2, and then you did your regular stage break, and it was clean and green from then on.
That's awesome.
So you had to go down pit road there. I seen Chuck Sweeting, I think it was, run several laps on a tank of fuel. So what was the strategy that most of you drivers pitted there on about 45 laps into that final run?
Well, I didn't think I could make it on fuel. I was downshifting and stuff, so my fuel mileage was not very good. And I had a previous race here in the B car, and I tried clutching and saving like 3-4 laps of gas. Everybody else pitted, and they were able to catch me. So I'm like, I'm not going to risk that again. So I pitted.
Well, it definitely worked out for you because you pitted and you, in short order, ran the 75 down, took the lead back, and it's cruise control. I'm telling you, you broke the button off as soon as you got it in cruise control, Johnny.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, man. Go enjoy this one with the teammates because you earned it. And once again, congratulations, Johnny V.
Thank you. Have a great night.
What channel do I steal you from down there?
AW.
That's it. Gotcha. So that's your race winner, Johnny Avila, driving a 63 car. And I'm going to go ahead and put that thing up real quick. Boom. There it is. So for the Johnny Avila fans, there's your race winner. All right. So let's get our P2 finisher up here. I'll find him real quick. Joseph McWhorter, Vern Bradley in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Man, I'll tell you, you had to start back in the 6th position. It looked like a little bit of a rough start, but once you got going again, you made the 73 car go forward. You just needed one more spot there, Joseph. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, I mean, spotter, we got into turn 1, and I saw a black car enter all the way down towards the bottom, and he started to drift up, and my spotter was like, get up, get up, get up, get up, and I went to slide in behind Justin. I just barely breathed on his back bumper and spun him around. So, I definitely feel bad for him and his team. I definitely don't want to start the playoffs like that. So, I apologize over chat and everything. It was definitely not the start that we needed, but we rebounded really good, got back to the front. I just I don't know what I could have done any different. I was driving the balls off that thing, and I mean, I was watching Johnny enter the corner sideways the whole way through, like entry all the way through about the midpoint of entry or center, and leaving the. And you go look at like the entry of 1 and 3, and I mean, you can see tire marks on the bottom like the whole way through. And I was just apparently I just needed tires that didn't wear. I mean, he was 2 to 3 tenths better on a long run fall off wise, and I don't know, like I'm so like I am so dumbfounded right now. I've been racing here for a very long time, and I've never seen that before. I mean, like I'm watching like a big streak come off that right rear like every lap, and I don't know what he had figured out or what I don't know what he had doing, but it was working for him. I just I tried my best. I got to him, and I just every time I get right in behind his back bumper, I'd get tight and wouldn't be able to make anything happen. You know, I'd get tight center and wash up, and then I'd chase him back down again, and same thing. And then eventually he just ran away. So I don't know. I've just never seen anybody drift through a corner like that and make speed. It's crazy. I wish I could do that.
He definitely had a line figured out for sure, and I'll tell you, I thought during the pit stops that one of you guys might throw a rope and an anchor up there and hook onto that bumper, man. And I thought you did after the stage break because I seen you run with him, but it looked like it got arrow tight when you got up there, and you'd fade back about 7/8, and then you'd close back in again.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was able to get to him, but I would get tight in the center, off his dirty wear, and I tried running. I just don't understand because he was changing his line like almost every lap. Like I mean, like one time he's entering like the middle of the racetrack, and then next he's on the bottom against the white line, and then he's below the white line, and drifting the whole way through the corner. Like I was telling my spotter, I was like, I don't know what he has, but it's crazy. He has something figured out, and it's crazy.
He had some
Um,
speed, that's for sure.
Yeah, it sucks because I was really hoping. I was feeling really confident in practice because I mean we had him beat by about 2/10 in practice. So I was kind of hoping we'd be able to pull it off tonight and get the win and lock ourselves into the next round since we have to miss Texas. So I don't know where we're going to shake up after tonight. I mean, second in the stage, second in the race. We got Talladega next week. That's kind of a crapshoot. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm going to be in Daytona racing uh, when we go to Texas. So, I really want to make it to the next stage or the next round of the playoffs. But right now, I don't know if we're in a must win, but we're going to have to really score some points next week.
Yeah, I wasn't really looking. Actually, you were tied for third, I think, when this thing entered, right?
No, I was pretty down low. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
where it
because the
was
playoff.
points.
Yeah, the playoff looks differently. That's right. And
Yeah,
I'm just seeing the regular points there, but yeah, I'm telling you, second place finish here was a strong outing, though. Nonetheless, Joseph.
no, it was a good run. Like I said, I'm just kind of like dumbfounded. I want to try and look. I wish I could look at his telemetry and see what he was doing because, like I said, I mean, it just seemed like that right rear just would not fall off. And like I said, I mean, if you go look at both entries, I mean, like both ones have got like big, it's like a line of black streaks the whole way through the entry on both sides of the racetracks. It's just, I was sitting there, I was telling my spotter, I was like, man, it's almost like he's just got like an endless supply of tires. It's like I don't know who soaked those tires, but they must have done a really good job.
Yeah, he's just fast, man. I mean, he had a line figured out, and he made it work for him. But you definitely had a quick car too, and you guys put on a good show out there to be able to run around New Hampshire Motor Speedway with, one on-track incident caution, and then obviously a regular stage break, and from then on just green flag racing for a long time there, Joseph. And it where do you got? Where are you coming up next to? I'm trying to take a look here, and I did find
Uh,
the chase points finally.
oh, okay.
So I
Yeah, I mean
seen that.
we got Dega next week,
Yeah,
which
you got.
I like to say that I'm a pretty good plate racer. I mean, we ran really good at Atlanta and almost won the stage there on that second race. We won the old Atlanta, but during the new Atlanta,
Right.
we put it on pole and then led a bunch of laps and finished 10th because I tried something that didn't work and I got shuffled out. But
Well,
I
Dega's
think as
one of
long,
them ones you need a little skill and a lot of luck, right?
yeah, I mean, if we can score a lot of points next week, like we did tonight,
You'll be
I
good.
think, yeah, I think I can lock myself in on points. But I mean, we're just gonna have to just be perfect all night and be there at the end and try and win it, but just try and score as many points as possible, and then just hope to God Texas goes bad for some people while I'm away racing.
Well, I've seen you fast this season. I've seen you have quite a bit of bad luck too. But I'll tell you, you're starting off the chase strong, and hopefully you can point into the next round, man. You're a great driver, Joseph, and always fun having you up in the booth here, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we can make the next round, I think we're definitely a threat for Homestead because I mean, it's 3 tracks that I'm really good at. I mean, we got Vegas, Phoenix, Martinsville. I mean, those are 3 tracks that I've won at. 3 tracks I really like. Eh, I'm a little apprehensive on Homestead. I like it, but I'm not the best there, so I'm a little worried about that. But if I can make it, I think we have a good shot at making the Final Four.
Well, I'll tell you, man, go get them. I know that you're very capable of doing it. Do you have anyone you want to thank why I got you in the booth here tonight, Joseph?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank you for putting on the broadcast. I mean, you do a great job every week. I know it's kind of hard to try and keep everybody entertained when we kind of have a really spread out race like that, but I'm sure you've done a really good job. I want to thank Red Camel Racing. All their, you can check them out at redcamelracing.com. Fire suits, helmet, shoes, all the fireproof equipment that you need for both racing and workwear. Check them out at redcamelracing.com. Harpoondesign.com. Beautiful paint schemes, real life paint schemes, custom work. I mean, you see my beautiful paint scheme each and every week with those cool chrome little camels inside the paint. Brantley does a lot of really good work over there. So big shout out to him. Want to thank Driven Motorsports, my spotter tonight, Danny Lawson, my teammates, Jonathan Smith and Mark Whitley for helping me try to, get a little bit quicker at this track tonight. Who else I got to thank? The admins for doing a real good job. Another apology out to Justin again. Sorry about tonight, brother. We've had a lot of really good fun racing this season, so hopefully we can turn that around next week. Friends and family, love you all. Thanks for watching, and let's go try and get us one next week.
There you go, man. That's a great attitude to have, and I wish you the best of luck. And I'll tell you, there wasn't a lot of pack racing tonight, but there will be next week at Talladega, right?
Well, hopefully the 73 is the one leading that. We'll try and bring out some of that old school Earnhardt moves and stuff like that, and we'll put on a good show for you, I promise.
Well, there you go, man. That's what it's all about. Have a good night, and congrats once again on a top 2 finish here tonight at New
Thank
Hampshire.
you, brother.
Yep.
Have a good week. See you next week.
You too. So that was second place driver right there, Joseph McWhorter, driving the 73 car. And then I talked to this guy. That's right, on our stage break, and I'm going to get him in here again. Good run right here for, where's he at? Adam, where'd you go, buddy? I have to look through here. Oh, man. I got to talk to the driver in third. But I don't see him in Discord right now, and gosh, I hate it. He might be busy after race stuff, so I'll hang out for a couple of minutes, and we'll see if he shows up in here. Because I don't want to miss a third place interview, but Adam had a great run tonight. Put it in the top 3, and I'll tell you, he fought around the top 3 all night long. He started third and finished it in third, so good race for that driver. But like I said, we did get the interview with him while we were on our stage break here. So we did get to talk to him in the broadcast tonight, but I'd love to talk to him in the post-race after the job he did. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the results up because we can go through the results here, and we'll hang out for a few minutes doing that. So let's take a look at your post-race results. Well, we'll do a race summary first, actually. I think we will. Yep. Had 2 lead changes tonight here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Laps complete was 135. 2 caution flags, like I said, one early on lap 2. And the other, the regular stage break on lap 45. So there's your summary. Where's our results? There we go. Once again, to recap the race. Oh, what am I looking for? Right there. Once again, to recap your race here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway with the American Sim Racing League Elite Series here. Your race winner once again, the 63 of Johnny Avila. Go to the second place car there. We just interviewed him. That's the 73 of Joseph McWhorter. Waiting to see if we can get an interview with that third place driver right there, Adam Matz. Back and forth, Bentley Glacier driving a 24 car. Rounding out the top 5, though, good points night for that driver, the 27 of Steve Yenish. We'll cruise on down there to 6th place. You see the 89 car, another playoff contender there, Jeff Yenish in the 89. 26 car, Bailey Dutton bringing it home 7th, and back in 8th was the 7 car of Hunter Waters. William Kemp's 09 is going to finish in 9th tonight. Rounding out the top 10 is going to be Chuck Sweeting in the 75 car. Go to the next 10, and 11th position right there, the 96 of Jesse Bennell. Patrick DeSalinger's 93 car in 12th, and 13th was Justin Gann's 30 car. The 86 of John Sanu 14th, while back in 15th was the 46 of Ray Polking. Jason Day, 16th position in the 52 car, and the 21 of Todd Cray in 17th. 18th was the 72 car, Jerry Cochran III. A couple of chase contenders, a few of them there in 16th, 17th, and 18th. But back in 19th, the 97 car of Levi Allen and Charlie Wood's 40 car, rounding out the top 20 here in New Hampshire. 21st position here tonight, the 62 of Stephen Ayers Jr. The 25 car, Bradley Cooper in 22nd. Levi Pullins 91 in 23rd position. 24th, that 11 car, Tyler Seville. And in 25th, the 90 of Kyle Brummer. Dwayne Hunt, the 19 car in 26th. And rounded out the field, scored 27th here in the first playoff race at New Hampshire, was the 12 car of Cody Williams. So that is the results here tonight. And I'm going to go over a couple more things real quickly. Just cruising through here one more time, looking for the driver of the 9. But like I said, we did talk to him during the stage break, so he might have had something to do and had to jump off here and take care of it. But that's going to be your results here. So let's take a look at the results one more time. I want to pull them up here for a different reason. Your first 2 drivers, that is, they're playoff contenders, and we're going to take a look at where they were in the playoffs here. And I think I figured that out a minute ago, and I'm going to see if I can find it again. I can. All right, so Bentley Glacier, it looked like he was maybe at the top of the playoffs here coming in, the playoff grid. And he had a good run here tonight, so that was a playoff contender with a good run. He finished 4th in the 24 car. So good job to Bentley there. He's looking like he's in pretty good shape after tonight here. Going back, finding another driver, which was the second driver on this chart I'm looking at was Tyler Seville. So I don't see him in the top 10. So we're going to take a look here. Maybe he was in the top 10. I don't know. Actually, no. He finished back here in the 24th position. So I think he was one of the drivers off the track. So not the best run there for the driver, the 11 car, for the as far as the chase points go. So let's take a look back here and let's find Steve Yenish. And I know Steve was one of the guys that had a good run here. And Steve brought it home in the top 5. So it's a good points night here at New Hampshire in the first round of the playoffs for that driver. And then behind him, Jeff Yenish, and I think right behind him on the track in 6th was the 89 of Jeff Yenish. So good points runs for them tonight. And we got Justin Gann. He was 5th there on that chart. And I think Gann, he was involved in that lap 2 incident. But I'm pretty sure he had a decent recovery. Yes, it was back here to the 13th position. He started 4th, so very unfortunate for him to get caught up in that. But he had a decent recovery, like I said, up to 13th. So hopefully that won't hurt Justin too bad. And another driver that had some bad luck back there in 17th, Todd Cray. He's one of your championship contenders that was sitting 6th, it looks like, in championship points before this. So we'll have to see how this grid plays out afterwards, before Talladega next week, and then obviously after Talladega. So we'll take a look at it and revisit it then. Hunter Waters, another driver here, on my list, and I think he had a pretty good run tonight, but we're going to see. Yeah, Hunter up there in the 8th position. So he was 7th coming in. He was the 8th in the race tonight, so really good finish for him, especially since some of the other guys ahead of him had bad luck. Jason Day, 52 cars. So let's go take a look at where Jason was at tonight. 16th position. So hopefully he had a hopefully he holds pretty steady there as we go to Jerry Cochran III, and Jerry back there, in the 18th position. You see Jason and Todd and Jerry right there. Jerry, 18th position. He might have a little bit of work to do at Talladega next week, and you never know. I mean, for any of these guys, the right amount of luck can really change a lot of things. You win and you're locked into the next round, so I mean, any of these top 12 could very easily put themselves to the next round. And speaking of that, as I'm looking in 10th in the points coming into tonight, your race winner. That's right. He was back there in 10th, so back towards the bottom, Johnny Avila. And he absolutely dominated here tonight. He started first, and he dominated the race and finished there. So congrats to Johnny. He's going to be off to the next round. And Joseph McWhorter, just talking to him about it, he had a great run here to start off tonight, which is going to help him tremendously in points because some of the other guys had some bad luck. So he's going to pick up some points, and that's going to help that driver tremendously. So Joseph McWhorter has a good run at Talladega next week. He'll be close to pointing himself in, but like I said, we'll take a look at it when we cross that path. Jesse Bennell, driver of the 96 car, another one we want to look at right here. As I look in the top 10, and he didn't land it there, but he landed it in 11th, so good run for that 96 car, but he's going to be one of the drivers that's got a little work to do in Dega next week. And I'll tell you, Dega's one that we can't really pick a driver. We can try. I mean, you can pick one, and I could pick one, but it doesn't mean that we're going to be accurate because it is Talladega. But we'll see next week. Make sure you tune in at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time to the WFO Racing Network on YouTube. And you've watched the American Sim Racing League, the Elite Series right here at New Hampshire tonight. They put on a great show. So if you missed some of it, you can always go back in the broadcast and watch it. And I almost recommend it at this point. So great racing tonight here at New Hampshire. And a couple of caution flags, actually one caution flag that I'm going to count because the second one was for a stage break, like I said before, and it was clean and green from lap 45 on. Green flag pit stops and just great racing altogether. So I gave you the Chase Lookout. You can find all that information right there on the link in the description. That'll take you right to the American Sim Racing League's webpage where you can read the same information that I just read to you. See all the great sponsors here. Kitty Cat Coin. What's the other one? LOL. I think it's LOL. Splash and Go Graphics. Oh. Kitty Cat Coin, LOL, Chevrolet Buick, Butt Kicker, and Splash and Go Graphics. So I'm going to give a shout out to 4 of them right there that I've seen. And I think that's it for me. I'm Vern Bradley up in the booth, and I'll see you next week at Talladega. And if you want to see pack racing, you're going to want to tune into that one. That's for sure. But thank you all, and have a great night. I'll play a little music for you on the outro right here. And that's going to do it for me.